First, though, the truly scary story, whose every emerging detail turns out to be more sobering than the last. It's the story of last week's suicide bombing at a U.S. base in Afghanistan. And the full picture of what happened there is still coming into focus. On December 30th, we reported that the 8 Americans killed at Forward Operating Base Chapman in Khost Province were all CIA agents. But then we learned that, in fact, 7 CIA employees were killed, along with 1 Jordanian intelligence officer. Then we were told that the attacker was, quote, wearing a suicide vest under an Afghan National Army uniform, which would have been a nausea-inducing development considering that we're in the process of sending in an additional 30,000 American troops to Afghanistan, in part to help train that Afghan National Police and Army. NBC's chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel then reported that the bomber was not a man in an Afghan National Army uniform. In fact, he was a Jordanian double agent, a man who had been invited to the base, a man who had been recruited by the Jordanian intelligence agency to infiltrate al-Qaeda at the highest levels in order to provide intelligence on the terrorist organization. This evening, NBC News has confirmed that at least 2 of the CIA personnel who were killed in that suicide bomb attack were employed by Blackwater. They have been identified as Dane Parisi and Jerry Wise. At this time, we do not know what their exact responsibilities were, but sources are telling NBC that they were not mere security guards at the base. They were among those initially identified as CIA officers killed in that attack. We will keep you posted as this story continues to undoubtedly evolve, but there's one more thing to keep in mind here. The Jordanian double agent responsible for this attack was reportedly a physician who had been recruited specifically to provide information leading to the killing or capture of Osama bin Laden's right-hand man, Ayman al-Zawahiri. In other words, this has proved to be a window into how the Obama administration and the CIA are actively, personally targeting the top leadership of al-Qaeda. Osama bin Laden, Ayman al-Zawahiri, and presumably other key figures in al-Qaeda. And it appears tonight that defense contractors are intimately involved in that effort. This is not the last you will hear of this. Mark my words. We'll be right back.